Okay.
So, welcome back.
All right. Welcome. Well, welcome for the first time for everybody listening.
Welcome for the
We're
second
back
time.
for the second time because we were just recorded an hour-long podcast and discovered that my camera only records. Put it over there. Only records for 30 minutes at a time. So we got a lot of audio, got only half in video. So we're gonna do it
Yes.
again.
Take two.
Take two.
Take two.
So,
What luck.
what did we talk about?
So we're just doing an introductory episode.
Yeah, this is like a dry run to mostly figure out stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
the 30-minute.
Yeah, thank goodness we didn't have like a guest for our first one, and then we were like,
Yeah, that would have been dumb anyway to do that.
yeah. Anyway,
So this is not like a. We have a format that we're going to use for each podcast, and so this is something different. It's tomorrow's the first of the year. And we just thought it would be cool to release something on the first of the year. You know, we've been telling people about this, and
yeah,
we
it's been coming together
yeah,
for a few
for a while.
months.
We just now had our audio engineer guy come in and set everything all up, and so then I could finish the studio. So we're fucking up and going. There's a couple of issues, but it's all good in the hood. We got the 30-minute camera issue, which we got to deal with. We got our headphones echo. So, and I think it's from our interface.
We
but
got
that's
some.
technical
We got
stuff.
some problems.
Yeah, we got some problems.
We got some problems. But welcome to Blood, Ash, and Oil.
Yeah, Blood, Ash, and Oil. So we're gonna call it that.
Yeah, we did a poll, and that's what people chose. So we're going to listen to the audience versus listening to what we like.
Exactly.
Not that we didn't like it, because that was one of the options. But we are both tattooists in the Chicagoland area. We work at Atmosphere Tattoo Gallery in Schaumburg, Illinois. I've been tattooing for like a week shy of 1 year, so I'm about to celebrate my tattoo anniversary. I hope all of you hated that word I made up. And you've been tattooing for like 11, 12 years now?
Something like that.
He doesn't even know.
I don't know.
I know the day I started tattooing, January 9th.
I don't know. I don't even know the year.
Thank you, Jackal, for being my very first tattoo and taking
Jackal
that risk.
was?
Yes,
Oh,
Jackal
yeah.
was my
Well, I
mean,
was your first
I
tattoo.
did tattoo before I started, like, more seriously actually tattooing 2 years ago when we had a 6-week-old baby, or 3 years ago. When we had a 6-week-old baby, we were like, why don't you learn how to tattoo? Why don't you jump off a cliff? That'd be a better idea.
Yeah.
So I did 2 tattoos. I tattooed Polly and I tattooed my sister. But my first tattoo, because Polly won't let me tattoo him again.
What?
Well, I wanted to do my tattoo on you, and you wouldn't let me.
What tattoo?
My first second tattoo. It's like this podcast episode.
I already have a tattoo from you.
Oh yeah, you just need one because you don't love me. Anyway.
Well, that's besides the point.
Anyway, I know the day I started tattooing. Paulie doesn't even know the year he started tattooing.
For real. I could probably figure it out, though. But I won't, because I'm just lazy. That's the only reason why I don't know. I just don't give a shit. Is that light good, you think?
Oh,
could it be
doesn't
closer
it look
to
weird?
You? It looks a little dark over there.
I think it's turned the wrong way.
Yeah. So we decided to do this podcast and have no format and just kind of dick around because,
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Do like an introduction and what the podcast is going to be about. So it's going to be about tattooing, art, the psychology behind tattooing, and
that's what we're interested in.
Living.
I am.
I'm interested. We're both very much interested in self-development.
God, that sounds so douchey.
It sounds douchey, but that's what it is.
I mean,
it's just because no, I don't think it's self-involved. I would think it mostly sounds douchey because it's like what's it when a word buzzword? Self-development.
Yeah. The concept.
But
is
there's not anything, or I mean, there's like a little bit maybe, but not anything I know of in the tattooing world that's specifically to tattooing, because there's definitely certain issues regarding psychology that are specific to tattooing that we can speak to.
Well, just like everything. But that side of it is what I'm interested in, and so we're going to learn about it, and you're going to learn with us, and whether you tattoo or you're a client or you just are a normal Joe
For
Schmo.
just somebody interested.
We're gonna have people on, all different sorts of interesting people in the future. We're probably gonna do a few of these just by ourselves and try to get a hang of doing this because it's it's probably a skill.
And you
We don't
find
even
out,
know.
And you find out things like your
Like-
camera has a 30-minute
Yeah.
time limit.
Fantastic.
So, there's going to be some things that we have to learn before we have guests on. And then we'll also be catering to our audience in that if people have things that they want us to talk about, we are more than happy to talk about what other people want to hear about, except for like, I sent out a little questionnaire of like, what would you like to hear to my large Instagram following? And
like 75 people.
like half of them just wanted to hear about Sable.
That's funny.
So maybe we'll do a special Sable episode and we'll have Sable on as our guest, but mostly she wants to eat the microphone.
Literally,
She just wants to like talk while it's in her mouth. So maybe in 6 months. I bet when she's 4, she could be a podcast guest, and she'd be more interesting. That was harsh, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a little
we can
harsh.
get pretty interesting people.
What?
We can get some pretty
No,
interesting
no, no,
people.
no,
Oh,
no, no,
more
that-
interesting than us?
No, that Sable isn't interesting enough to have on the podcast
Oh,
right now.
oh.
Wow, you did not follow. Anyway,
I know. I'm sorry. I was looking at the clock. This clock is making me nervous. We
it's
have
only
this
at
fucking.
7 minutes.
Did I just stop it?
Please don't. Oh my god. No, you didn't stop it. Don't touch
Okay.
it. Don't touch anything. You're no longer to be trusted.
So we've been. Is it recording? Should I go make sure it's recording?
Just make sure.
I'm gonna record. I'm gonna make sure.
Just make sure.
I'm so nervous now.
I'd just like to point out that in the first podcast episode, I was wearing real pants. But now that we're on take 2 of take 1, 1B.
Wow, that went quick. You didn't even get through a fucking whole podcast before you started slumming it.
Well, no, I just went upstairs because I didn't think we were going to do it again.
I
And
know,
we
I'm
didn't
just
know if
kidding.
anything went wrong. And so I put on, more comfortable clothes. And
Listen, you don't have to justify what you're wearing. Nobody gives a fuck.
I don't know. Maybe they'll be like, why are you on your first
No, that's just a
podcast
girl
in
thought. That's a
sweatpants?"
fucking girl thought.
Well, great. You know who might be watching this? Girls.
Well, fuck them. The fuck you care what she's fucking wearing?
They're nice, high
Fuck
quality
you.
sweatpants.
Just
Yeah,
to
that's true.
alienate
You know
half
what the
of
problem
the.
is I don't know if it'll be an issue, but I look at the screen instead of looking at the camera. But I think it's so close that maybe you won't.
You don't need to
notice.
look at the camera. That's not a thing. We're having a conversation,
I just don't want it to be
and
weird.
we're kind of orientated this way. But you should really be. This is how it should be.
I know,
like this.
I know, but I was trying to get closer in on the background, and then Ernest sat next to me, and now I'm here. This is where I'm at.
Right.
This is where I'm at in life.
Anyway, we've been working. Well, I've been working. You've been standing over me, waiting for me.
podcast?
Yeah. So we were building out this studio, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
I'm sad that our second bedroom is now gone to work things because we have such limited space, but it's a really nice studio.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Legit.
It feels nice. It feels comfy, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
The sound is pretty good.
It looks so much better than a storage space that it was. So, I mean, it makes the
Yeah.
house look better.
Yeah, this room was just filled
It was
with
just
like
storage.
an inversion table and
Yeah,
like
just random
paintings and
crap.
just.
So
random
now it's
shit.
like a cool room in our house, But
But it was fun. I sourced out of my clients and just the people that I know, a group of people that know about audio stuff, and I just was like, you do it. I had one individual get a list of things I need to buy, and I still didn't.
So in take 1A, he
Whatever.
didn't
It's not a real
silence his phone,
podcast.
and in take 1B, still has a silence.
It's Anthony from Atmosphere.
Oh,
You just
is
fucked
he-
up our podcast,
Is
bro.
he congratulating us on fucking up the first podcast?
No, he said you too, Stacy, whatever that means.
Oh,
in,
Happy
in
New
the group
Year's.
text.
Oh, I'm not in the group text.
Why?
I don't know. I told Jeff and he didn't put me in.
Wow.
I know.
It's probably for a reason, huh?
I know. I'm trying to think that it's not for a reason.
It probably is for a reason.
That's irrational. Usually, you know when people say to trust your gut, I never trust my gut because it is literally always wrong. Always wrong, because when you have constant anxiety, your gut is always wrong. Like somebody smiles at me kind of wrong and I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting fired today." And like nothing has happened.
That's funny. But
so,
anyway,
yeah, not in the good text.
Yeah, so we want to do like little segments. So we want to have people send in emails about their tattoo experiences, whether they're a tattooist or a client. Maybe about bad tattoos that you've gotten. And I think it would be fun to open those emails, read them, go through them, look at the pictures. We'll have the capability of,
One day.
streaming YouTube or any stuff off the computer, right, we'll do like a little thumbnail, like maybe right in the middle, right where the slate is, something like that, so you guys can see as well. But right, that would be good right there. Or you could do like up here.
Maybe that's why we don't need to get something to go right here, is because we'll
just cover it up.
But I mean, something should probably be there for the.
I bet I could digitally put my logo right here.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but then it would be like, oh, why is there a fucking digital
logo
thing right there?
And I mean, maybe when we have certain topics that we want to talk about, we'll send or won't send an email. We will put out there on social media to send in certain things so that we can have a podcast about it. Like if we want to do a podcast of best things that tattooists can do to make the client experience better, and have clients and tattooists send in stuff, mostly clients, because like tattooists can think all they want about what they think is a good experience, but it's up to the client.
Yeah. Well, also how to, not that I'm any real true authority on anything, but like, how do because some clients fucking suck.
Yeah, I mean,
clients fucking suck, and you have to like manage those
I don't
people.
know why I talked about that. That was kind of weird. I don't know what I was. I don't know why I went on that tangent. Anyway,
what tangent?
I don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about
now. This
but
is going
also,
well.
Just about sending. I just don't know why I went on that tangent about tattooists not knowing.
I don't know. Now you're on a tangent about the tangent.
Now I'm on a tangent about. Anyway, go ahead. I don't remember what we're
talking
about.
So emails, we want to do that. We're gonna have guests. Did we already talk about the guests?
Don't pet the couch.
Oh, why not?
Because you look like a crazy person. Yeah, and if you want to be a guest on the podcast, email us. It doesn't mean we'll take you on, but like if you are somebody that's not a tattooist, but you think you have something interesting that relates to the podcast, like maybe you're just an artist, or you're a physical therapist.
What did you suggest that I
still
forgot
can't
again?
Remember. A physical therapist. I think that'd be really cool. Or a masseuse, have a masseuse on that can talk about, self-massage or just things that tattooists can do to, more comfortably tattoo, since it's a very physical job.
I feel like the first time we did this, it was.
I think we're really rushed. I feel like we're talking so fast.
Because we got to do it in 30 minutes.
God,
it's only been 13 minutes though, and the first time was like way more.
It was very
relaxed.
Slow.
It was relaxed. We should slow down a little bit.
I feel like the first 20 minutes was very anxious and weird because I just sat there and didn't say anything.
No, that's not true. I got the
audio.
audio.
Like the first 20 minutes, it was weird. I remember seeing the 23 mark and it was still awkward. So, so this one is, I think we're more comfortable, but then we're talking fast because we have a time limit in which we feel anxious about.
Yeah, we do have to give out some information.
Do we have, I can't even, because of the anxiety of the time, I now can't remember what we have said and what we have not said.
It doesn't matter.
We do have an email, bloodashandoil@gmail.com. I don't know if we'll be coming up with social media specific to the podcast, but we're both on Instagram at Faith Johnson Tattoo and at Paul Joseph Johnson, and Johnson is Johnsен, and Sable might be coming downstairs, or she's walking backwards and up the stairs. Okay.
So we got cameras all through the house. She's upstairs watching a movie right now, and she's going potty. so we can watch her. I mean, we're not away from her for very long, but we can see all through the house So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're
We have
creepy.
an iPad.
We're creepy, and we have security cameras all through our house.
Yeah, because, the government.
But it's a really good tip for parents. This is a tattooing podcast, but here's a parenting tip. Fill your house with a security camera so that you always know what your child is doing and you can do other things without them.
It's also a weird thing, like, I feel weird about giving advice about things. Like, I know that's, like, the point.
Yeah, that's, like, the
we're,
point.
We're here, we want to learn with whoever's going to be watching or listening to this podcast.
But I mean, there's, what is it called? Not fraud.
Fraud?
No. It's not a disorder, but it's I don't know, emotional mental experience. Imposter syndrome. It's a real thing. Imposter syndrome. Everybody always feels like an imposter. So,
oh yeah.
So people that are giving out advice, they think they're imposters as well. So I think we have, we don't want to come off as pompous, but like everybody has the right to give out
but
advice.
but you gotta think about it a little bit, because if you're disseminating information to a group of people, you want to make sure that you're responsible.
Well, just say it's your opinion, but
yeah, that's true.
But I mean, just don't put on your Instagram world class tattooist or world's finest tattooist. Like, that's a bit much.
Award winning.
Yeah, like that's a bit much. Award winning, I guess, is proven in fact.
Yeah, that's true.
Like world, world
renowned.
One of Midwest's best tattooists. Sisu.
Yeah,
Sisu.
yeah.
Did you send out a poll? But if we're giving out advice, like parenting things, I think that's an okay advice to be like, get security cameras, because what harm could that possibly bring if somebody got security cameras and put them throughout their house? They could find out that their spouse is cheating on them, and that could bring harm.
Oh, God, that would be terrible, huh?
We can't do that.
What?
We can't cheat on each other at our house because we have security cameras that record everything.
That was not an option for me.
That wasn't what was preventing you?
Yeah, you just hit the fucking light with your fucking nails.
I do
nails suck. Nails
are fantastic.
No, nails suck.
No,
you think that they're going to be these things that will be able to scratch your back and feel nice if your significant other gets them, but they don't even scratch well.
They do.
They're dull.
No, they do the first few days, and then they dull out, and then you have them for 2 weeks, and they're dull for a week and a half of that.
It's kind of weird that people do that.
I know, it's weird. I put plastic on top of my real nails and then paint them pretty colors.
So bizarre.
I don't know. Don't you think maybe tattooing things into your body via a needle that punctures into your dermis is kind of strange?
I think it's less weird.
Wow.
It's less weird. I don't know why, but I think it's less weird. I'm touching the mic less. Did you notice that?
Delusional. I just feel like this undercurrent of anxiety about the time is really affecting the tone of it.
Let's take a minute here. Let's do an exercise. Let's take a minute.
Everyone that's listening,
let's both sit in style.
I'm already doing that.
Okay.
Boo Boo can't breathe.
Let's close our eyes. Let's close our eyes. Shut the fuck up. Close our eyes. Let's close our eyes. Shut the fuck up. Take a nice deep breath in. That's not how you do it. I noticed you didn't make that sound.
I was trying not to make a loud sound into the mic. That's what I was trying not to do.
Like that?
Yeah. Anyway, we have 6 minutes left. Well, actually, we have a bit more than 6 minutes left. In our first podcast, we tried to talk about our year in review.
Oh, yeah. We wanted to review the year.
We tried to talk about it 4 times, and it didn't work. Hey, that would have been a good way to actually elongate this episode with the time limit, is that we would get done,
split it up,
and then be like, okay, now we want to talk about this, but not make it weird when you cut it together.
Yeah, it's true. This is not a normal podcast, by the way. Did I already say that? I think I did.
We're just at a loss.
No, it's just we have no plan because we're just making sure all the technical stuff works.
You're really close to that mic. You're really close. I just don't even know if I'm close enough to mine. But you're too close, for sure.
So one of the things is...
there's Sabes. She's walking around. What is she doing? She's at the kitchen table now.
I don't know. She's probably drawing.
We can hear her dragging the chair on the ceiling. Probably you can, too.
A couple of...
she's coloring her rocket.
Can you...
Yeah, she's cute. She's really cute.
We have, obviously a couple of issues that we need to work through, which we just figured out. The headphones echo.
Yep.
I think it's because of the interface, because it's like moving through the computer. and
What
doing all that
sucks is
stuff.
like we had a budget for all this stuff, and then we spent that entire budget based on that budget and what we thought we needed, and now we need possibly a video camera. Is that what they're called? That sounds weird. Video camera.
Yeah, camera.
Ca-
It's called a camera.
we possibly need a new one of those and a new
Are
interface.
you like 100 years old? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. It just sounded weird.
Most cameras can do all things.
Yeah.
now.
Well, yours can't do anything past 30 minutes.
Well, I mean, it's a nice camera.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking knocking my camera. Huh?
I'm gonna knock it because I'm recording a
It did ruin
podcast
our
for
fucking
this. Yeah, it ruined
podcast.
the podcast. Ruined the
God
first
damn it.
podcast. Which, whatever. Live and you learn. I've heard that having a podcast is much harder than you think it is. So apparently we're on take 2.
It definitely is. Like
Yeah.
all the little. I knew it though. I didn't think that. I knew once I was like, okay, maybe we should do a podcast. I imagined this, this doorway of like, okay, here's the podcast. Okay, you're gonna do a podcast, and then opening the doorway, and it's just a fucking room full of problems.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty good so far
Just, like,
because
stomping on the ceiling.
I've gotten people to help a
Yeah,
lot.
thank gosh. We wouldn't have been able to do it without the people that helped us. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
so
just
thank everybody.
no way.
We had a computer that was donated to us that opened the room in the budget to buy these really nice fucking microphones, which is so awesome. So awesome. Chad, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I am doing a painting for him as a gift. So maybe that helps. I don't know. I feel
I wonder
I
if you
feel
can
so
hear
lucky
the dog
that he
breathing.
did that.
He's
Huh?
breathing so loudly next to me.
I know.
The
I think
dog.
it's funny. You should put the mic by him. Put the mic by him.
Wonder if he'll like it. I'm worried about tipping it over.
You're not gonna tip it over. Okay, get closer. There we go. There we go. There we go. Tip it down. Tip it down.
It's tight. It's tight.
That's what she said.
Okay, we're done trying to record the dog. I feel like
Now
I'll
the
probably get
monitor's
I know
blinking.
now the monitor's
I even
blinking.
replaced the cord. So we got a TV in front of us that is connected to the computer, so it's basically like our monitor. And then we have a secondary monitor above that's a little guy that's connected to the camera so that we could see the shot. And it's fucking blinking.
I know. I feel like the first our first podcast we relaxed and had fun, and I think now we're just a little frustrated.
Whatever.
A little frustrated.
Doesn't matter.
I know we only have a few minutes left on our video unless we start it over again. Maybe we should start it over again. I don't
No,
know.
we're not gonna
Fuck it.
fucking start
Fuck
it over
it.
again. I didn't
Fuck
even want to start it over
it.
again
Fuck it. Okay.
to begin with.
All right. So we have no intro. We're working on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have no outro. Is that a thing, an outro? Did I make
No,
up that sound?
I don't
or
think
that-
you need
that-
it. I think in podcasts now, it's like it's casual
No.
is better.
No, I meant outro as in, is that a word? Did I make up that word? Is that a
No.
word?
No.
Okay. So we don't have a sign off or anything. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It's the only one I know. But yeah, we're working on all the things. This is as we've said 10,000 times, this is a dry run, and we're just introducing the podcast and trying to figure out how to even do a podcast.
Yeah.
So email us.
I feel like I ran out of things to say like an hour and a half ago.
I'm tired and I kind of want to cry.
This is going really well.
Real life. First episode. I'm
See, this
tired.
is why
and I
doing things
kinda
twice
wanna
is just
cry.
not a fucking. It's just
Yeah,
we already said all these things.
And it was funny, and we got loose and giggly, and now we're just like, let's just get this fucking thing over with. And
See,
get
see,
it
if
up.
we would have just been like, hey, it cut off, but we don't.
Hey, maybe we'll compare both of them and figure out what to do. I don't know. I
Maybe.
don't know.
Maybe. So yeah, our normal, like the next podcast that you're gonna see is we will have a topic, and then we can explore that topic in whatever way, whether it's through just casual discussion or things online, and just fucking try to learn something that's beneficial for us, and then
Well,
hopefully for you guys.
I think it'd be nice to do a deeper introduction episode.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should have done this episode.
Well, we needed to do something. We needed to do this so
Yeah.
that we can figure out the problems like we had. You know.
And if you want to email us or DM us on Instagram, if you want to hear us discuss anything, again,
Already
the
said
email is what?
Go ahead.
bloodashandoil@gmail.com. We still don't even actually know our name. And Instagram, Faith Johnson Tattoo, and at Paul Joseph Johnson. And all that will be in the show notes as well, if we have show notes. If we can figure out how to do show notes, if this ever gets posted, if we can figure that
It's
out.
in the description below. That's how you do that. Let us know about the set. How's the sound? You know,
How's the lighting?
I think I'm a little bit louder just naturally,
Yeah.
and I move the mic around a lot. Which the first time we did this, she fucking was fucking hating on me
Oh
for.
my God, you just moved it. Well, and I think I was anxious, and when you move a lot, it makes me more anxious.
Yeah.
So it annoys me.
Okay, just move
Yeah,
it again.
any constructive criticism, constructive being the key word. Obviously, this was a bit of a hot mess. So any comments regarding that?
You
know,
keep
just
saying.
fuck
See,
off.
the problem is repeating that it's a hot mess reaffirms
That it's a hot
that
mess.
it's a hot mess. Just don't.
This is fantastic. This is like the best episode that has ever come out ever. You're in love. You are going to subscribe and tune in every single week because you have become addicted to us. We are releasing lots of dopamine into your brain right now. Namaste. We're done.
Namaste. You ended with a namaste?
We're done here. The end. You're obsessed with us. We love you. You love us.
Maybe we should keep going. Maybe we should stop it and keep going.
Oh, but this was like so. Oh God. Yeah, I guess we could do that. It'll be weird, but yeah, I guess we could do that.
Why would it be weird?
Sable a little bit seems like she's.
They
done with
won't know.
us.
It'll be like this. Like that.
Wait, another one?
See? Like that.
Oh wow.
So I line up
Yeah.
up the clicks. There was I'm probably in a different position. There's probably things moved around, but now we're back. But I turned off the camera.
And we restarted it
I
so that we
restarted
can
it.
go longer. So maybe that'll be the weird trick, which is fine when it's just us. But if we have guests and it's weird that we're
Yeah,
like,
that's gonna be a fucking issue.
hey, our camera only goes for like 30 minutes. Thanks for coming on the
And
podcast.
until we
stop
have
it,
like
right?
fucking, if we have ads, and then we're fucking,
then we're golden.
yeah, then we're
Yeah,
making
we'll
the fucking,
stop it and
making the
restart it.
fucking moolah.
Yeah. If you'd like to advertise on our show,
You know that 20
4 listeners.
You know that 25 minutes of garbage? Well, if you want to advertise on that,
If you think this sounds like a winning podcast,
yeah,
and you wanna get in on early, we're gonna give you a
Send us
special
an email.
rate. Blood Ash and Oil.
we'll
at
sell your
gmail.com.
fucking whatever you want to sell.
You want to sell
Blood diamonds?
corsets? Those are real popular.
Corsets.
Waist trainers. You want to sell your garbage MLM shit on our
Febreze?
podcast? Let's do it.
What's MLM?
MLM is like the triangle or pyramid schemes.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to sell your garbage on here? We're happy to do it.
Have you ever known anybody to do that?
Yeah, every freaking stay-at-home mom ever does it.
That's so weird.
I know so many people that do it.
Oh, we know a person.
That's like,
We know a person that did that.
whisper it to me. I want to know.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, fuck off. Anyway,
But we knew a person, and it's really weird. It's like a virus that gets into their fucking brain, and then they start posting shit online on their fucking.
No. The
on their
thing is,
Facebook, and
it's
you're
I
like,
get
what the
it.
fuck?
I get it. Everybody's trying to do it because some people get really successful at it, and it's stay-at-home moms trying to make some freaking money because every stay-at-home mom wants to make a little bit more money because they're not making any money, and they kind of want something for themselves. So I don't blame you. You want to advertise on here because I don't blame you for doing that. You can.
Yeah, but it's also fucking stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, fuck that shit.
Just
We're not advertising that
Be
shit.
in on early so that you can have all the people underneath you. That's the thing. Everybody joins when it's hot. Too late. Now
Yeah.
you're just annoying. Too late. Anyway, this is not a show about criticizing MLM.
Yes, it is. It is now.
Oh my
It
god,
is
maybe
now.
it'll go viral because MLM people will hear it and they'll hate us so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Also, we would
yeah.
appreciate that a little bit, because then maybe we'll find some more viewers.
Any publicity is good publicity, right?
Yep.
Let's start saying some
Kind of.
racist shit.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
See, look at how offended you are.
Whoa.
I didn't even say anything racist.
Whoa.
And look, there's a controversy brewing already.
Ooh, should we talk about abortion rights too?
Well, there's no even discussion there. It's a, s-
Yeah.
it's a sin.
Whoa.
It's a sin. It's a sin.
Okay.
You don't do that. You murder?
Do you live in Indiana? Do you need a bumper
I'm
sticker?
just kidding.
Anyway.
Just a coat hanger away, right?
Okay, so take two. take two. Part B is going fantastically.
Is that how
it's
it
going
does?
fantastically.
How does it? Hey, you're a woman.
Yeah, I'm a woman.
Do you know
Am
how?
I? Surprise.
Do you have you been on the woman dark web and it's a thing.
The woman's
I'm
dark,
sure it
the
is.
dark web. I know the dark web is.
The
I don't
woman
know
dark
about
web.
women's dark web. Look, my sound bar is way more loud this time.
Well,
so I
that's
must
because
be
you're
closer.
energetic.
Or maybe I'm energetic. I definitely.
The
was
first
energetic.
30 minutes was fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
See, now that we have no responsibility
Yeah, it's
in
better.
disseminating information. See, that's what I'm
Ugh.
saying. If
God, everybody, sigh of relief. Sigh of
repeating-
relief.
repeating information is just terrible.
Yeah.
You got to do it the first time, or you got to just put it out. I mean, we couldn't because we had no video.
I know, we're just fucking idiots. Anyway,
No, we're not idiots. I didn't know. You didn't know.
We're learning and we're progressing, and Tony Robbins says that's the most important thing.
Tony Robbins is a shit.
We love Tony Robbins. It's a little culty, but we want
It's
to join.
super culty sometimes,
We want to join.
but there's such good information. It's undeniable.
Yeah.
His big fucking gorilla mitts.
He's just so much better than he was like 15 to 20 years ago. I think people, I mean, there is still some culty stuff, but it was way more culty in the beginning when people walked over fucking
Hey, let's
hot
go back to
coals.
abortion real quick. I want to talk to you about abortion.
No,
So-
we really don't want to talk about abortion, right? This is a show. Let me remind you about what we have discussed now twice. This is a show about tattooing and art.
Let's talk about abortion
Whatever
real
you
quick.
want to talk about.
Now, there's probably some things that I know about being a dude that obviously you would not know. Now, the hanger thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the hanger thing.
I don't know anything about the hanger thing. You know what I've never done? Performed an abortion on myself with a hanger. You know what I also
Really?
I know nothing about you know.
It's just like
I know,
it's
I
just
mean-
like whisking eggs.
Oh shit! I like actually don't even know how it works. Like I don't know how it does
Babies?
it.
Or
How did we end up with that 3-year-old upstairs? She is like taking a jog around the upstairs. A yog. She's,
or a yog.
she's yogging. I wonder where she is. I actually can't see her. We'll see her eventually. I'm not too worried. She's not eating pizza. I get really worried about choking all the
I
time.
wonder who's going to be the first people to watch, you know, and comment. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment, because then I know who's watching. Not that like
Leave a nice one though.
you could
Let's be
just
nice.
say I or something.
nice.
It doesn't matter what you leave. Just
Or constructive.
just so I could see like who are the people that are most interested in seeing this stuff, whether it's like my clients or friends or family even.
We don't even know who's gonna listen to
And
us.
we can gear some of the content
Yeah, like
that
if-
way just a little bit, you know.
if it
It's
ends
super,
up-
there's a lot of information to learn.
I just want to talk over you a bunch.
Okay.
If it ends up being that clients want to hear more about things, she's rearranging her living room. If clients want to hear more things, or if it ends up being tattooists that oh my gosh, she can push downstairs. If it ends up being tattooists that want to hear about things, we're going with the flow. We don't know.
Well, we definitely have a goal in mind, and that is involving tattooing and the interaction between client and artist and artist and artist and artist in themselves and all that stuff. We want to learn about that so that we can be better at doing that, and then also disseminate that information as we learn it here by talking to other artists and other professional people. But also, there's a lot of other stuff that's like fun about doing a podcast that, there's a lot of wiggle room. Like
Talking about
reading
abortions.
email, right? About
Abortions
whisking and
yeah. Anyway, it's like because we did this twice, we don't remember which episode 1A or 1B that we've mentioned stuff on. But like funny tattoo stories, bad tattoos that you have, stuff like that would be funny. We're also interested in that. Anything you want to email us, really, other than spam. Anything you want to email us.
Have you had anybody pass out yet?
I haven't, other than that client the other day who sweat a gallon on me that maybe they were about to pass out, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
But they were sweating profusely.
It's always so freaky when that happens.
It was crazy.
I can't imagine you. Good
well, and I didn't
you'll have
know.
good people around you to help you in that situation, but like, I can imagine you having one of your clients pass out, and you'd just be like, "Oh!"
I would literally this would be me. I'd just be like, help!
Is he dead? He's dead.
Help!
He's dead. He's dead.
Somebody just died.
I've heard stories of people like pissing themselves, and
Ooh.
yeah, that's so embarrassing. I feel so bad.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody, and people ask me all the time, clients.
Well, oh
anybody,
my God, the
pass
fucking
out?
questions. Hey, if you're a client of mine, or you're gonna be a client of mine someday, or whatever, hey, think about your questions, okay? Because I hear the same fucking
but people,
questions.
you know what? If I could give one major tip to every I think Boo Boo's dying. Our dog. If I could give one tip to every single person ever, if you meet a tattooist, do not. I'm angry now. Do not talk to them about your tattoo idea that you've been thinking about for 10 fucking years. Because you know what I do at parties now, and I've watched Polly have to deal with for the past 10 years, is that all anybody talks to you about is tattoos that, wait for it, they're never going to get. Hey,
true.
Here's my Instagram handle. If you actually want to talk about tattoos, come to the shop. Email me. DM me. Don't call me ever. But
you've had a year of that.
But I've been dealing with it for 10 years with you.
True. That's true.
There's a lot of things that I've only been tattooing for 1 year, but that I know about or I'm already sick of because of having been married to a tattooist and I've done your scheduling and stuff. So it's like, I know about these things. But yeah, that's just like, just don't. That would be like your boss. I'm still on a rant. It's like your boss calling you when you go. It's like you go to every fucking party in your entire life. I'm angry now. And your boss calls you, and they just talk to you the whole time about work. That's what that's like for tattooists. Hey, you want to talk about your job the whole time? I'm never going to give you money. You're not getting paid for this. I'm never going to come in. Let's talk about it.
The thing is that they never do it.
That's the thing.
They never get tattooed.
If it was
those
real,
people...
if it was clients that you were going to, make money off of or like, get to actually do the tattoo, then it'd be worth it. Then yeah, I'll go to a party and talk to everybody and get 20 new clients. But it's the fact that these people literally never once has a single person gotten tattooed from one of these parties that you meet them at.
Yeah.
Not one.
I can't think. I mean, probably, but I can't think of one.
Yeah, and we've been to, not that many parties because actually it's terrible going to parties once you're a tattooist.
Yeah,
it really
horrible.
is.
Unless you like that sort of attention, but I don't like that attention at all. What's that spike? I'm looking at. Did I hit the mic?
I don't know. Maybe you laughed.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry. We really appreciate all new clients.
And if you have any questions at all at parties or just generally out in public, come right up and ask anything.
I feel like that was the wrong foot to start off on.
Yeah, you would.
Can we cut that out?
I would say you attacked. I would say you attacked.
Can we cut it out?
No.
Is there editing?
We're gonna keep it in.
I'm an asshole now, and I'm not. I'm actually a very nice person.
That's what asshole people say.
You know what?
Can I take a look at your sock? Let me see your sock real quick.
What?
Hold it up. Let me see the sock. You know what those socks look like? These fucking socks.
And I'll tell you why I don't care.
They look like these fucking socks.
Have you ever washed those socks? Have you ever washed them? Have you ever put them away? Not once.
I don't
Not
give a
once.
fuck.
Not once.
I don't
in
give
the
a
last,
fuck.
Not once in the last 8 years. So if I want to wear your fucking socks, I'm gonna wear your socks.
Let me see it though.
What
Let me
is
see it.
this? What is this I'm doing? Anyway.
Let me see it.
What?
Bring it up here.
Oh, don't set my foot on fire though. I don't want it to happen.
Everybody should do this at home. That was real?
That was real.
She does that. She makes really sounds that you're like, oh, that can't be real. She makes those sounds. Let me see the other one. Maybe the other one would be better.
I live a life. I am risk averse. Physical risk averse.
That might.
I don't like speeding. I like driving.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
It's nice.
Damn near
First,
burnt
you
the
get
house
the
down with
fuzzies
that.
off. Okay, they're like a brand new pair of socks. And
Our
also it's
landlord's
a nice little
gonna
thing.
watch that and gonna be like, "Hey guys,
Our landlord's not watching this shit.
don't do that.
It's,
Don't burn the house down by setting your socks on fire.
it's fancy.
Don't
It's
do
cool.
that. Why did your socks do it so much better than my socks?
Because I drag my feet, probably.
No, also my feet are sweating real bad.
Gross.
Hey, when you've spent 2 hours recording a podcast, maybe you get
For
a
no
little
reason.
sweaty. Also,
First time to not put it out. Second time, if we're gonna put it out, it's not a real podcast. It's just a
at least it smells like
tester.
smoke in the room now. At
A
least we
smoke
have
detector.
a smoke detector in the room.
I knew that once we put all this electronic
Electrical.
shit in here, I was like, ugh, we should
Add
put a-
another
yeah.
fire.
Let me tell you something about these headphones in this room and all the sound treatment. I put on these fucking headphones, which we're not wearing right now because of technical issues.
Yeah. More technical.
I stand up from sitting here and I get electrocuted through my ears. It goes dit as soon as I fucking stand up.
My Apple headphones do that sometimes because there's like a break in the wire and
That's
You know.
dangerous.
yeah. Some things are, I guess I do risk headphones. So do you want to do any? I feel like I'm so close to this. Do you
okay.
want to do? I don't see Sable. Do you want to do? That's my brain. No,
What's happening?
That's how my brain works. Is she on the stairs? Maybe is she sitting on the stairs? I can't tell. I just don't see her.
We're
at
about
all.
to wrap up anyway. This is-
Okay. Do we want to talk? Is there anything else? Do we want to do our year in review? That was kind of useless the very first
Yeah.
time we go around. We had a good year. There's our year in review. We
Yeah,
had
things
a
are
good year.
things are Sable's getting easier to parent, and all the effort and frustration and time we put into the baby. Now that she's more independent, we're able to put in other things like this sort of thing, which I'm really excited about. Are you excited about it now that you did the first?
I was excited
first
about.
two.
I was excited about it after. Not that I'm not excited about it, but I was excited about it after the first episode. Now that we're in episode 1B, and it's my bedtime,
You gotta stay up later.
I kind of want to cry, But after the first one, don't roll your eyes at me.
Fucking crying.
I don't
Crying on
actually.
the first podcast.
That's probably not a good
I should
sign.
try to get her to cry.
I could probably cry kind of easily.
Probably because you're weak. No, but you're weak though, right?
If all this equipment wasn't so expensive, I'd get up real fast and slap you real hard in the mouth. But it's really expensive, and I value the
Not those
health
fucking
of our electronics
Weak little
over.
arms you got.
I do have weak little. No, I've been working out. That's another good thing I did this year is I have.
So did I. I sure
We've
did
been a
that
lot
bit.
healthier the last few months. We've really gotten our crap together.
Yeah. See, I think the more you do and the harder things you do, the better you do at all those things. I think it's the
Yeah.
opposite of what you think.
I've been smacking my lips, which is one of the worst things that anybody can ever hear. And I've been doing it, and I don't ever do that. And I don't know why I'm suddenly doing it on a podcast when all people are going to hear is my stupid mouth sounds. Oh, when I get near my bedtime, I'm not a night person. I'm a morning person. And when I get near my bedtime, which is 9 p.m., I'm a wreck. I'm a wreck of a person. And it is 8:57, and I'm just.
And we are 17 minutes.
I'm useless now.
We're 17 minutes into the B half of.
Beehive. This is episode 1B A.
So, to wrap up, let's just wrap up.
Yeah, let's
Just,
wrap.
if you're still watching this,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
don't see that. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
do that.
That's right,
You
that's
can't
right,
do that
that's right.
because it's
No.
probably not that
Sorry,
bad,
it's
and
so
you're making
good.
it bad by
It's so
doing
good.
that.
We're so great. We love you. We love you.
Jesus
I
Christ.
love us so much. Hey, can we get everybody like
This
Hey,
the
hey,
name of
can
this
we-
episode is Dumpster Fire. That's what it's called. It's called
We
Dumpster
almost
Fire.
called the podcast Dumpster Fire,
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah,
instead, episode 1 is Dumpster Fire.
Dumpster
It is
Fire.
Dumpster Fire. But let's get like a weird soundtrack going that we can play in people's sleep. That like is like a like a virus into their computer that plays in their sleep that goes, "You love blood ash and oil. You love blood ash and oil."
She's starting
I don't know. It's near my bedtime. It's near my freaking bedtime. I'm
fucking
useless.
stupid ideas.
I'm useless. So let's sign off this podcast episode.
I was
It's-
trying.
It's
I was trying.
this
I got
is-
interrupted.
This is the best
I
episode
got interrupted.
ever. We've had such a great
Oh my God. See,
time.
now you're
We've
going
had
all the way
we've
over
had
the other way.
no problems. Everything is smooth
This is
as
bad.
smooth as. Now you're ruining it.
Shut the fuck.
You're ruining
Shut the
it.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Bye. Bye.
Anyway, please comment in
In
the comments below. Comments. Fuck
Please-
you.
Please comment. in the
Fuck
comments.
you. How dare you? How dare you? No, comment, please, about any information about what you want to see, what you like, what you didn't like. Is the lighting fucked up? Is the sound fucked up? Am I moving the microphone too much? Yes. And I don't know. I don't fucking know.
We're tired.
Just
this
email
is,
us.
This is fucking 2 hours in. We're tired.
But we did it.
We
We
did
did it. Our
We did
shit
it.
is
Happy New Year.
our shit is set
Happy
up.
New Year.
We have a studio. We have everything in place. We got to tweak a couple of things, but we are fucking ready to go. And the next episode that you see will be a fucking blood ash and oil
Real episode.
real episode,
Real
structured.
episode.
So
bloodashandoil@gmail.com. Instagram handles @FaithJohnsonTattoo, @PaulJosephJohnson.
let me ask you
Johnson
something.
is JOHNSEN.
Let me ask you something.
I think I've spelled this like 3 times just within this episode.
Let me ask you something. Do you think?
Follow
Do
us
you
on
think
Instagram.
people? Do you think people? Fucking be like, okay, Paul Johnson. Do you think people do that? No, nobody's doing
I
it.
don't know.
What you say is, hey, Instagram. Description below.
Oh, that's right. You told me this before we started.
Yeah,
I'm
nobody.
I'm
Even if we
so
put it up on the screen like
sorry.
this.
I'm so sorry. I keep repeating.
See, I'm gonna
this
do it.
stuff.
I'm gonna put it in post. It's there now. It's there now, but I'm gonna put it in post. Probably right where my hand goes.
From now on, in the real episodes, I will say it's in the show description, show notes.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Fuck you. And I'm gonna put it in post. So it says fuck you.
And it'll also be your mouth saying "fuck you."
Anyway, thanks for listening to our first tester little run thing.
This is fantastic.
Um,
As Sam would say, this episode was fabulous.
Hopefully your 2018 was good, and tomorrow or today. I mean, this I guess when it's
We'll
out.
post it in 2019.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new year with Blood Ash and Oil.
Yep. See ya. Can I do the thing?
Yeah. Do you do it at the end?
No. I just like doing the thing.
It can be a thing.
I want a divorce.
That might be really funny.
No, I don't think so.
You don't really